Hello!
Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Matt, and welcome to the second episode of the Month of Spook and the first official episode of the Month of Spook. With me, I have my co-host, Shane, aka the Bearded One. How are you doing today, Shane?
Sorry, I had to get the mood going. I had to get us in the spoopy mood.
The spoopy. With us, I also have our lovely guests. First off, we have Josh. How are you doing today, Josh?
I'm ready to kill some zombies.
Was that a gun I heard?
I'm ready to kill some fucking zombies. Let's go.
Alright.
I'm doing
Actually
great.
about to kill someone on the live on the podcast.
Josh confirmed real life Pirano.
You're fucking right.
We'll kill someone in real life on the podcast. A G.A.P debut.
Reset the clock. It's been 0 days since somebody killed somebody in the podcast.
It's been 0 days since murder.
Our other guest, Spencer. How are you doing today, Spencer?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to watch some softcore porn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the OVA is basically just porn.
It's not basically. It is porn.
It is.
100% softcore porn.
1700% porn.
Mm-hmm.
It is. You
No,
watch
69% porn.
This man tried to watch the OVA in the middle of school in a public area and had to lower his.
Motherfucker, I succeeded.
He just had to keep his laptop at a 45-degree angle and barely see the screen.
Dude. It was at like a 20-degree angle, and I was like lurched.
He was like sitting under the table looking up at it.
I was basically sitting under the table looking at it because I'm like, okay.
No one can see this, or I will be removed from the premises.
The OVA.
No one can ever
fucks a zombie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We'll get to that, maybe.
We'll get to that, maybe. We have a little bit to talk about today. We have some simulcast. Oh, we have some simulcast to talk about. Simulcast. Right? Yeah, we have a couple, like, one or two pieces of news. And then of course we have our first anime of the Month of Spook, which is High School of the Dead, as you guys know from last week. So let's get started off with some simulcast, because I feel because the full season has there's some shows that we need to talk about, because this season's already off to a very unexpected start.
A very surprising start.
Mm-hmm.
So what show do you think, Shane, which show do you want to talk about first?
I'm going to start with the one that surprised me the most, because, as I said on Twitter, follow me at BeardedGamingN, is every show this season that I think looks fucking stupid going to prove me wrong, and the one that proved me wrong the hardest was easily Bunny Girl. Like, oh my fucking god, dude.
Rascal loves Bunny Girl Senpai.
Rascal does not see.
Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
That's it.
Yeah, Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. This show is actually very, very good. Me and Shane would like to profusely apologize to Spencer for not listening to him in the first place.
An apology is deserved.
Thank you.
So, Shane, what did you like about Bunny Girl?
I like that it wasn't stupid. Because, okay, you read the premise, and it's like, oh, puberty syndrome. This guy's seeing a bunny girl, and it's like, that sounds idiotic, and I don't want to watch this. And then you actually watch it, and you realize that they don't focus on the bunny girl thing at all. It's there for
literally at all.
Yeah, it actually makes sense in terms of the plot, and they don't focus on it at all. And B, it's a very witty, extremely smart written character drama. Like, huh?
Yeah. Like, this show is, like, Bunny Girl's really funny. Like, it's actually really funny.
And it's like that dry, witty British sense of humor. That's what I got from it.
Yeah, it's extremely dry, and it just and like the best thing about it is that it's in casual dialogue, so they don't there's no beat to make you laugh or whatnot. It just they just speak, and it just keeps going.
Exactly.
So it's just a constant stream of great dialogue.
There's no translator's notes that just says, this is the joke, this is the joke. Instead, it's like, it's weaved in so naturally that you laugh, but you laugh like after they're done saying it, because it takes you a second to think.
Yeah, I was gonna say the dialogue in this is the dialogue and the humor feel very organic, and I like that. It's nothing's forced in this show, which, reading the premise, you would think that there would be a lot of things forced in this show, but fortunately, there aren't.
Yeah, fortunately, it's surprisingly not forced. It's actually very, very, very smart in how it does, and how the animation's really good in it too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good directing. Like, it's just it just surprised me just by how good it is. Even if it's basically Monogatari light, it pretty much is. Shane, there's also one other show that I believe you want to talk about.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime. And I came on the podcast last week basically writing this show off from the beginning, like, no, this is going to be stupid, and it's going to be some harem bullshit, and I'm not going to like it at all. Watch the first 7 minutes, and I'm like, okay, you got me. I'm hooked. What else you got for me? And then there's a tsundere dragon, and I'm like, okay, show.
I'm sold. I'm sold. This tsundere dragon is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, the storm dragon is honestly one of the best characters this season so far, and that's not a joke.
It's so funny. He's just the idea of a big, all-powerful dragon as a tsundere
that says baka.
Baka that's just funny to me. It's just so unexpected. Like when he first shows up, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be the big, all powerful, wise dragon, and just never shut fucking that is gonna teach all wisdom and stuff to the main character, and then he starts pouting, and I'm like, okay, I know. So I
also like that I can already tell kind of the way that it's going just by the opening minutes, in which the MC eats all of the healing herbs and all of the magicite ore, which means that actual players won't be able to make potions.
Well, at least
he has
not in that
a
area
fucking
now.
This slime made he made like a bajillion potions for literally no reason.
He's like, I got bored. Let's make some potions.
And
he made so many.
I like the fucking AI god voice inside of him, who's just like, extra skill unlocked. Sight.
Magic sight.
You can now see. I love the expressions of the slime, by the way. I love the way they animate him. Like, it's actually really, you would think that because he's a slime, they can't really do much in terms of expressions.
But then you think, because he's a slime.
He's a slime, so what they do is that they basically use, really expressive, emoticons and shit on his face, and they give him and they focus less on the fact that he's and they use the fact that he doesn't have a face to their advantage, so they make him they somehow make him more expressive than some characters with actual human expressions, and it's really weird. Really impressive.
Yeah.
Also,
really impressive.
The humor impressed me.
It's very funny. It's a very
it is
funny
surprisingly
show.
funny.
The last thing he says as he's dying is for his best friend to drop his hard drive into the bathtub and wipe it. And please don't look at it.
I'm pretty sure that was porn.
It was probably.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably the fucking just the fact that the episode ends with like him dropping it in the bathtub and him like you senpai, like it's just like it's just
and with the
absolutely
fucking
perfect.
warning, just don't try this at home.
Yeah, like legitimately, don't try this at home,
try it.
kids.
Do not do this.
No, I'm like I watched it and I messaged Matt and I'm like, there must be something incriminating on that PC for him to want to destroy it with his dying
11
wish.
terabytes of lolly porn.
It's probably full of lollies, dude.
It's probably a lot of porn, considering the guy was considering the guy was a single 34-year-old.
37.
37, dude.
37. Oh, 37.
Which makes
You know
it
what?
even
Okay,
worse.
You know what I like though? The fact that he didn't like wallow in his own self-pity about it.
No, he's just like, okay, I can live with this.
No, he was a happy guy.
Yeah,
he lived a fulfilling life too.
Mhm,
That's
like-
so refreshing.
He's like,
It was
okay,
boring,
I'm
but
30.
yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm 37 and I'm single, but hey, that's not gonna bring me down. And I'm like,
No, I'm single. It's not going to bring me down. I have a successful job. I got friends.
I got a
Yeah,
great
And
family.
then
doing
he
well.
just gets stabbed.
Most isekai characters are usually high schools that are fucking shut-ins and have a pretty low life.
This guy's
And
almost 40.
they're also always like overpowered.
I'm pretty
the
sure
slime's
that
kinda
this guy's
overpowered,
going to
dude.
become. I'm pretty sure the slime's going to become overpowered too. But at the same time,
not
I
always
feel like
overpowered. Have you seen Konosuba?
True.
Kazuma gets fucked, man.
But Konosuba is a bit different than your typical isekai.
Have you seen ReZero?
ReZero is a deconstruction.
Subaru gets fucked, man.
Like
Many
Dude,
more
deconstruct.
like fucking isekai, like fucking Death March to Rhapsody, like Sword Art Online.
Or
isekai.
Sword Online.
No, Death March to Rhapsody is actually better.
Fucking. There's also fucking one of my absolute fucking. No, also they name drop isekai and fucking slime because apparently like that shit happens all the time in that world.
Yeah, people just cross
It's
over to
a
that world
world.
like all the time. It's a normal occurrence there.
It's literally a world of bunch of isekai people, and I'm like, you know what? That's kind of shitty. It's a world where this just happens, and I'm like, okay, I can good. I like it. I like
that.
this. Yeah. So, but yeah, slime's lit.
Mhm.
You know
I
what else was
apologize.
lit? You apologized to me on that one because
Yeah.
I was the one who was fucking going like, yeah, slime's gonna be fucking lit, and I was right because slime is awesome.
Mhm.
But you know what else is awesome? Between the Sky and Sea.
What is this show?
Like, actually, what is it?
Actually, what is this
Is
show?
that the space fish?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Space fish.
No, we all thought, okay, we looked at this and we all thought this is going to be like a slice of life, kind of like Place Further was. And then halfway through the episode, it becomes like a mecha.
It became a mecha.
It becomes a mecha where they
fought
fight
a giant.
They fight a giant crab in space.
And it's amazing.
And I turned to Matt while we were watching it. I'm like, dude, what is this?
I peeked over a few
I don't
times and
know.
I'm just like, what are you guys watching?
I don't know if it's
I'm
good or not.
confused.
It's already a very strong contender for guilty pleasure of the damn
Oh, this
season.
will
'Cause
probably
I don't
be
know if
guilty
it's
pleasure, dude.
I don't know if it's good. It's probably not good.
It probably won't be.
But
good.
but I love it. I can't
Dude, just
can't
give
describe
me the
it.
stupid bullshit, and I will love it.
It's actually fucking awesome, and it's the main character is adorable, and I love her.
She's like, the way I see it, she's like a three-way mix between Red Blood Cell, Hinata from Place Further, and Karen from Review Starlight.
Okay.
Yep.
I can get behind that.
Basically, Spencer, do you like slice of life stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like stupid shonen battle series?
Yes.
Do you like fish in space?
You attack its weak point for massive damage.
Then you should watch this show.
They actually do. They literally fight a giant enemy crab.
You also
Like, they
said
straight up-
literally like 3 of my favorite characters from their respective shows.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and also they summon God from their smartphones because this
course
game's
they do.
actually based on a smartphone game.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on an app.
Yep.
Yeah, it's based on an app, so they have to have the app. I feel like that this is a that they took them. They just shit. They're just like taking the piss out of it. Because they're just like, yeah, fucking. They're like, yeah, the main character chooses the most useless one.
Yep.
Of course she does.
Mm-hmm.
Before it turns out to be the strongest.
Because she's a ditz.
She's like, I'm gonna become the world's best space fisherman.
I'm going to become the #1 Hokage.
I'm gonna become the pirate king of all the wizards.
I'm gonna become the world's greatest hero.
I'm going to
will
become...
fuck
It's
all
literally
the women.
It's literally a shonen. It's
She-
literally
she
a
is-
shonen. in
She is
space
literally
with
like
fish.
the hot-blooded shonen protag incarnate.
Who's also-
Everyone went quiet after my statement.
Speaking of anti-shonen, Shane,
Yeah.
let's take a minute to talk about Zombieland Saga.
What is this show?
I don't know, but
I love the way they did the marketing for this show because literally all the marketing was, we don't know what this show is.
There wasn't anything.
all the
on
marketing was hiding it.
And I've seen an episode of it and I still kind of don't know what it is.
I think I know what it is, so I'm going to try my best to explain what I think Zombieland Saga is. So, Zombieland Saga is a comedy, adventure, slice of life, music anime,
Horror?
horror, supernatural.
Yeah, definitely a horror.
Well, the zombies, so yeah.
So,
Yeah.
your base story starts, your main character wakes up and there's this idol music playing, and she's kind of like dancing around a room. And she's a real cutie. She's a real cutie.
Yeah, bitch cute.
Bitch, real cute. And then she's like, I'm going to try out to be an idol, and I'm going to live my dream and make a lot of friends. And then within 2 seconds of walking out of her door, she is smoked by a truck. And as she's flying through the air, the main theme plays, and it's thrash metal. Like, straight up thrash metal.
Mm-hmm.
And then she fucking hits the ground,
Dead.
and it goes and it goes to black, and then it goes to anti-black, which I guess is just the color. And
Anti-black.
anti-black,
Wait.
and then
Is that
she
racist?
kind of, I don't know. And then she wakes up in a house, but there's zombies there. So she gets scared, and then she finds out she's a zombie.
And gets shot by a policeman.
And then the policeman gets whacked over the head with a shovel.
I forgot that happened.
Who's the man with the shovel? Silly. It's an idol manager who wants her and a bunch of other zombies to become the next idol group and save the Saga Prefecture from being wiped out completely from the idol game. So what did he do? He brought back like 5 famous idols and 1 fucking courtesan from the back from the dead as zombies to create the new hit idol group, Zombieland Saga.
Okay,
this-
listen.
Okay.
Listen, my
Yes.
face right now is a fucking Fallout what the fuck face. So,
Okay. So, how are we gonna get them an idol job? Well, obviously, the only place right now that has an open concert is a heavy metal venue, in which these group of zombies, they're the only zombies.
They're literally the only zombies.
Everybody else is a person. Everybody else is a human being. So the girl
This
is
show's gonna end with everyone being a zombie. I know
so
it.
the girl, the main character's nervous because she, how she become a zombie? Well, it's simple. You've seen it. An actual quote is the manager goes, "You've seen a zombie movie," and she goes, "Yes," and he goes, "You've answered your own question."
There you go.
There you go. Turns out
this Dr. Soul ass looking.
Yeah, turns out that these zombies, because they're zombies and they growl, they're really good at fucking death metal. So
there's literally a scene.
What happens?
There's literally a scene at the end of the episode where they're all on stage and they all have mics and they all do the zombie growl into the mics and everyone's like, "Yeah, death metal."
Oh my god.
Wow, I've never seen somebody headbang like that before. It's almost like their necks are broken. And apparently,
guess what? They're zombies.
Whenever the zombies hear like a metal drum beat, they start headbanging subconsciously.
Spencer.
And then the episode ends with all of the other ones waking up. And now
Spencer.
they're no longer fully zombies. They're zombies, but they have personality now.
Yep.
Listen, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're really fucking selling this show to me.
Dude, watch it. It was
Also,
rad.
it's done by Studio Mappa.
Like, legit.
Yeah,
Fucking, this show sounds baller.
Dude, if you liked Is This a Zombie, you will love this shit.
Let me see.
It is.
Who's the writer?
This show sounds rad. I still haven't seen it because I wasn't able to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds rad as fuck.
It's so rad, dude.
Like
Spencer's looking up
the
who's
raddest
writing
of
it.
fuck.
The director is Munihisa Sakai.
I
He
don't know
did.
What is he directing?
Oh, let me see. I'm going to the Wikipedia page right now. Munihisa Sakai. Come on, buddy. Oh, I guess I'll just go into his. Do I go onto the My Anime list or do I go into the IMDb?
Always use my anime list for something like this.
Okay, he has done anime staff positions. He was the director of Sailor Moon Crystal.
Oh.
What?
He was the assistant director of the fourth Dragon Ball movie. He worked on Gigi no Kitaro, the 1996 one. He was the series director for episodes 243 to 372 of One Piece,
Oh.
as well as a bunch of other episodes of One Piece. He was the director of the One Piece film Strong World.
Ooh.
He was the director.
He directed Strong World?
Yes, he was the director of One Piece Yumi no Sakura.
Whatever the fuck that
He
means.
did something called Sweet Precure, which looks like a music thing.
Oh, Precure. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Precure. Okay, no,
Yeah.
that's like that's the Gundam of fucking of magical girl shows because there's like a bajillion of them.
And he is both the director and sound director for Zombieland Saga.
Well, shit.
Cool.
By the way, I'm
Fucking-
very tempted if they keep up the death metal theme in this show. I'm very tempted to give the soundtrack of the year because ooh.
Fucking Shane. The first thing you got to know about Shane is that he loves death metal.
Oh shit, I forgot. There's also a zombie dog.
Oh yeah, there's a zombie dog, and it eats fried squid.
Okay.
Zombies in this world don't eat brains; they eat fried squid.
So they're fucking friendly zombies. Okay, I guess.
Oh, no.
They still bite people.
Oh no, they still bite and eat people.
That's fucked.
This show's rad, and you should all watch it.
Yes.
You know why? It's because okay, so it's an idol group, which means they're gonna have fans. A fan's gonna ask them to bite them, and then they're gonna turn into a zombie, and it's gonna start a zombie apocalypse.
Well, no, the thing is that no one knows they're zombies. That's the deal.
Someone's gonna find out, and they're gonna get bit. I know it's gonna happen.
Oh no, people have already gotten bit.
Oh.
Like the last scene of the concert is the zombies going into the crowd and biting people
Oh my god!
in the middle of a mosh pit.
But people are really excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's radical.
Yeah, I'm a zombie. What if it is a world where just everyone wants to be a zombie? It's just
Everyone
like,
just
yes,
wants to
bite
be
me.
dead.
That's fucked.
Same. There's one more show I kind of want to talk about.
Yeah, let's
so we
let
haven't
Matt talk
mentioned it
about
yet.
this one because he's enjoyed
'cause
this
this-
one the most out of us.
Because I think this is probably my favorite premiere of the season, and that's Run with the Wind. It's the new production. It's or as I like to call it, Production IG Sports.
High
which
Q
is
with
this
track
pretty
and
much what it-
field.
Yes.
Haikyuu with track and field, pretty much exactly what it is. If you love Haikyuu, you're gonna fucking love this. Because I love Haikyuu, so I fucking love this.
You just automatically already sold it for me.
Yeah, that's all you need to know,
Because I
really.
fucking adore Haikyuu.
The animation and direction in this is nothing short of fucking excellent.
Mhm.
And it's just fucking one of the things I really love about it is how is the main protagonist. Because in stuff like this, the main protagonist is always a rookie or an underdog or something like that. In here, the main character, he can run. He's like a fucking great runner. He's been running for years and he knows pretty much everything there is.
Mhm.
Instead, the gimmick is down the they need to teach like 8 other people how to run, and that's how they're gonna fucking explain like track and field and relay and shit to the audience is via the supporting characters.
I can't wait for Relay with magic sports powers.
It doesn't seem to have. I mean, okay, it doesn't have magic sports powers yet. If anything, I think this is probably going to be more like other
like
it's not going to be. It's definitely going to be more grounded. It's not going to be how Kuroko no Basket, where they literally go into another dimension called the Zone and fucking gain like superpowers and
the Prince of Tennis, where tennis balls wiped out the dinosaurs.
What?
Tennis ball meteors wiped out the
Have
dinosaurs.
you never seen that scene from Prince of Tennis?
Someone serves a tennis ball so hard that it literally goes back in time and wipes out the dinosaurs.
That's fucking rad.
Dude, it was like the one cool thing from Prince of Tennis. Prince of Tennis was like,
Prince of Tennis is boring, dude.
exactly, it's fucking boring as sin.
This is actually the Run with the Wind is surprisingly it's the debut writing of the main Seiyu from Prince of Tennis.
Oh, really?
The guy, the Seiyu, he's a Seiyu. He played the main character from Prince of Tennis. He's making his writing debut with Run with the Wind, which we don't see often in anime. We don't normally see voice actors jump like the behind the scenes because he's not playing it here. He's just a writer. So I'm very interested to see. Right now, the writing in this is absolutely excellent. So I'm very, very excited to see.
I think the only Seiyu I know that's like done behind the scenes is Kana Hanazawa.
Yeah, and even that, but that doesn't. Is she like? But she still stars in half of her own stuff. So it's
I have to say though, Kana Hanazawa is fucking adorable.
Oh, she is. Yeah,
you say that about every girl.
No, have you seen Kana Hanazawa, Spencer?
If I made the joke, do you really think I have?
Is fucking precious. She went up to a Canadian lumberjack, rubbed it, and asked if she could rub his belly.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay then, and I'm pretty sure that's all we need to talk about because there's not much left.
Do you have something to talk about, Josh?
Do you have something?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. The problem is the ones that I want to talk about haven't aired yet.
Yeah.
Because
right.
If they did, I'm going to talk about Fairy Tail and Next Right.
Hey, Matthew, what anime is coming out today?
We've got a couple. We got Radiance.
Actually,
Yep.
I will correct you on that. That's tomorrow. I thought it was today. It's actually tomorrow.
You said it. Shane lied to me.
No,
Radiant
Annie
is
Char lied
tomorrow.
to me.
Radiant is tomorrow.
Okay, so we have Sumo today. We got we have JoJo.
JoJo Part 5.
We have JoJo today. As of recording this on the Friday on today, we have JoJo starts today. We have tomorrow. We have also this weekend. We have Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer's tomorrow.
Fairy Tail is in 2 days.
We got
guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, you guys went silent for me for a sec. I thought
Yeah,
you died.
same.
Yeah.
No,
we
it's-
have
tomorrow we've got Goblin Slayer, we've got Gridman.
Oh yeah, fucking Gridman. Yeah, we got fucking yeah, because we have fucking Radiant.
We got
we
Release
have
the Spice.
and then
Really spicy.
oh yeah, and then on Monday we got Golden Kamuy on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
or is that Sunday?
No, that's Monday.
And then on Monday we have Golden fucking Kamuy. Let's fucking go
I
on
can't
that
wait for
one.
that to be back.
Yeah, my
I'll
favorite
wait for the
cooking
dub.
show is back. The cooking show is back. I'm not waiting a month for that shit. I had like fucking. I'm pretty sure that's why Shade is sticking to sub. He ain't waiting a
Yeah,
month.
I'm
for that
sticking
crap.
to sub. Fuck that.
Shade
I
loves Golden Conway way too much.
I waited the month for the dub for the first season, so
I was going to, and then I realized I want to watch this now. So I ended up watching
Because it's
season 1
fucking
sub.
great. Because it's fucking great.
Mhm.
So, well, with that, I think that's all we need to talk about for simulcasts.
Yeah, we'll have more to
Pretty
talk
much
about
done
next
here.
week.
More to talk about next week, and we'll be more into. We'll be basically full swing in. The only two shows the only show that next week that will not have aired is Sarune,
Which got delayed.
which got delayed for dumb reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. It's a no. Yeah, it was Sam.
We interrupt this program
So-
to bring you silence.
Sorry, sir. There was I had to go yell at something.
oh wait, doesn't
but,
fucking what you say in the dark with
What you say?
Oh yeah,
Wait,
what
no,
we do
sorry.
in the shadow with
What we do in the shadows.
fucking cute anime
It's
girls.
that's
I
already
forget what
aired,
the-
Spencer.
has it really?
Yes,
yeah,
it has.
it airs today. I
It
think?
already aired. It aired this morning.
Okay.
It airs
and-
along
Oh,
with
here
Sumo,
it is.
which I still have-
Miss Vampire who lives in my neighborhood.
My neighborhood. And there's also I'm being harassed by the sexiest man of the year.
I'm tempted to watch that one.
No,
Bloom Into You is on HIDIVE.
I'm not watching. Oh yeah,
That
Bloom
one
Into
does-
You starts today.
Bloom
Yeah.
Into You
Fuck!
starts today. Mm-hmm.
Gakuin Basara,
That will
which
be
is
the best
the one I'm
anime.
watching.
That's going to be the best anime of the season. I am calling it right now. Bloom Into
Boarding
You
School
anime of the
Juliet.
fucking season.
And So Many Colors in the Future.
Yeah,
What a
so
Wonderful World.
many colors starts today, and I'm hyped for that one.
Wait,
Yeah, that one's going to be
is
great.
Bloom Into You the Yuri?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Many Colors is the one with the
I'm
colorblind witch
Yeah, the colorblind witch.
Yeah.
who like goes back in time to meet her young grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be rad. Anyway,
All right, so I think we're pretty much done with talking about simulcast, though, so we can move on to the small pieces of news that we have. We have nothing too much to talk about because there's only been a week since the last podcast, so not much has happened in terms of news outside of these two things I want to really talk about. First of all, it's got some news that is probably going to be happy to everybody. My Hero renewed for a fourth season. In other news, Water is Wet. And the
water's
sky
wet,
is
the
blue.
sky is blue. You breathe air.
All of you, there's no word on when the hell it will premiere. Also, no word on, and there's also no real footage from it at all.
No.
But if it's following previous pads, it's probably going to be in April
Oh,
of
fuck.
next year. What?
What?
Sorry, I just realized something.
What you just realized?
The special for Violet Evergarden.
Oh yeah, the Violet Evergarden OVA came out.
Yeah.
Which
It was really good.
Why do you always do this?
Because I was like, because I'm like, Matt's like, water's wet. And I'm like, water? Wait, crying. Tears? Sadness? What made me sad? Violet Evergarden, the OVA, shit.
I would not want to be you.
Dude, my fucking internal logic goes through so many goddamn backflips. It sometimes
You can
loses
take
me
one-
how I get from A to B.
I could just imagine a part of your brain literally just doing backflips inside your head.
Just fucking his brain is upside down the entire time. That's why Spencer thinks the way he does. Fucking
No, but anyway, My Hero Season 4, the sky is wet,
Yeah.
water is blue.
It's coming. It's coming, and it's going to cover one arc.
One massive arc.
No one. It's going to cover, and I'm very
One
very
massive
excited.
one arc.
Yes, and I'm very, very excited. There was also, especially considering that recently for its season finale, you guys may not know this, but in terms of things, My Hero hit a Shonen Jump milestone. It became the first anime to beat One Piece in the TV ratings in 10 years.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of a milestone.
And
That
for
is a
those who
big
don't know, in Japan, One Piece is owned by at least every 1 in 8 people. So it's very, very popular.
Well, seeing as how they sell
Everyone
like
wanna buy
millions
them.
of volumes every freaking year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that
like
is
every
very,
family
very
involved.
impressive.
Yeah. Now that's for the finale. In previous weeks, My Hero had not passed it, and this is probably going to be a one-off thing, considering that One Piece's ratings have been consistent for basically One Piece was doing the exact same numbers it's always doing, so it's not like it like fucking dropped or anything. It's still doing like the same it's always been. It's just that My Hero's finale gathered up a lot of steam. Probably just to see Mirio beat the shit out of people. Probably that's what I'm guessing. But that only guarantees that My Hero Academia ain't going nowhere anytime soon. So get ready for season 4. Our other piece of news is a piece of news about an original anime film coming sometime in January of next year. The Craft Art Studios Inc. opened a website to reveal on Thursday that it is producing an original anime film titled Sekai ga Owaru no Toshinatu. Well, the English title is Even If the World Will End Tomorrow. The film will open on Japan on January 25th, 2019.
It'll open
the film
on
centers
Japan.
on on Japan.
On top
itself.
of Japan.
It's going to be broadcasted in space on top of Japan.
It's gonna be projected from like the Hubble telescope on fucking Japan.
It's gonna be
on Japan.
It's gonna be like a blanket covering the entire island.
Oh,
Everyone walks outside, and there's just a movie playing on where they are.
Godzilla!
Oh no!
Oh no, wait, sorry, Godzilla. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Godzilla. Okay, the mic. I forgot that thing existed.
Godzilla.
I was gonna say I was like, what the fucking monster hero, Godzilla. And he just waves at people.
Yeah, he just waves at
He
people.
does like the peace sign.
Yeah, he does.
He does a peace. I'm like, bro, what the hell?
Anyway, back to the news.
All right.
He does the peace sign? Is he imitating the second opening?
I'm gonna raise my hand with a peace sign.
Craft Art is credited with the original work, and Yuhei Shirageki, who's directing this season's Ingress, as well as he was the CG director on several shows, including Tiger and Bunny. He is directing and writing the script. As you can probably tell, because of that, the movie is going to be a fully CG film. It's going to be a CG show. The film centers on Shin and Katori, who are both third years in high school. Shin lost his mother when he was little and always has a tendency to close himself off. Katori is his childhood friend who always looks out for him. One day, another version of himself from another Japan appears in front of him. So there's alternate dimensions and shit involved. Sakurai is also penning a novel that is considered the original work for the film. The novel will ship later this year. And the staff are also holding auditions for voice actors for the film, as the film is pretty much done animation, and they're just looking to cast people now. I just want to say that this sounds pretty dope. I don't know.
That's a cool concept.
Yeah.
I always like the time travel, alternate dimension stuff.
Yeah, especially since it's gonna, as fun as it sounds like, it's going to have like the emotional pull of something. It's trying to have the emotional pull of something like that a lot of anime films nowadays are trying to have. That Your Name, a Silent Voice, double hitter that year, a couple years ago,
Tears.
Really, do you want to cry, Shane?
No, I've done enough crying.
Also known as Makoto Shinkai, is that you?
Makoto Shinkai, is that you?
Makoto Shinkai. My face when Makoto Shinkai literally just fucking makes the most delicious looking food in the history of anime.
Mm-hmm.
Good ass anime food. I know. Shigeki no fucking food.
Forget Shigeki no Food Soma Wars.
Shokugeki no Soma?
No, Shingeki no food.
Shingeki no Kyo food.
You fucking...
Alright.
Attack on Titan.
Anyway.
We're moving on.
That movie sounds kind of dope.
It does look really cool.
We'll probably be getting the trailer sometime soon. And that's our last piece of news, because there's literally nothing else this week.
Sales charts.
Let's move on to the sales chart before there's... won the week. That's pretty much no shock there. Pretty much no shock there.
I mean, it is free.
Free, basically a butt ton. Less than previous seasons, but that's to be expected because there was a massive gap between seasons 2 and 3, as well as that DVD and Blu-ray sales have just gone down in Japan in general. Ever since Netflix and streaming showed up there like 2 years ago, fucking everyone's like, oh fuck the Blu-rays.
Yeah, who needs physical media?
Oh, media. I'm gonna just watch it on my fucking phone.
I'm gonna watch it on my burner phone in the bathroom at a subway station.
Because I'm on my break. But Free sold 7,477, which is pretty much expected. In other good news, Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs sold much better than expected. Better than expected, which means that more than likely a season 2 for that will come at some point. Whether or not it will be sooner or later, I don't know. There were Grand Blue underperformed a bit.
Of course,
still made the chart. Still made the chart though, which is good considering that there was a lot of bombs this season in the past couple weeks. Island, Chio, as well as Asobi Abase, all bombed.
Figures.
Hatakana Receive also didn't do very well, which I'm surprised by actually, but
you mean
I don't know
volleyball
why.
girls?
Yeah, cute volleyball girls didn't really do very well. Not sure why, to be completely 100% honest.
Because doesn't Japan eat that shit up?
Yeah,
usually, yeah.
Yeah. Cells at Work is actually continues to do very, very well over there.
That's good.
I would not be surprised if Cells at Work also gets a second season, actually.
Man, I wouldn't either. Here's the problem with Cells at Work is they haven't added any new chapters yet. So you'd have to make some anime originals if they were doing a second season.
Here's a fucking cool idea. Make an anime adaptation of Cells at Work Black.
Black, yes. I would actually like that.
There's been talks about that. There have been talks about that. So
just adapt Black.
It would just be the opposite of white.
Just do Cells at Work Black and just switch the voice actors around.
Yeah.
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 1, 2, 3, 4. We are
Cells at Work. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are Hataraku.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13.
Of course,
Okay,
Josh
now-
had to work Mob Psycho into this somehow.
17,
Yeah.
18, 19, 21, 22, 23.
We don't have long.
And also,
We
this
don't
is
have
the
long
monthly-
to wait before we can talk about Mob Psycho again.
Yeah,
But,
no, actually, I thought of that.
Oh yeah, not too long left. And this is also your weekly. That's your monthly update that the fucking 2014 re-release of My Neighbor Totoro is still in the fucking charts after 220
Oh,
weeks.
Japan.
You-
Japan, you crazy dogs, you.
fucking they love My Neighbor Totoro. It seems.
You fucking crazy
yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, but yeah, we're pretty much done with the sales chart. Again, not much to talk about because it was kind of a slow week for news. Because of that, let's move on to our anime, a featured anime of the podcast, and it's the first anime of the month of Spook. It's one that was picked by Josh himself
Yours truly.
as part. No, yeah, yours truly. As part of the. As part of our initial picks for the month of Spook, it is a action horror supernatural ecchi series called High School of the Dead, directed by Katsuro Araki and written by Yosuke Kurata from Studio Madhouse. It aired for 12 episodes from July 5th, 2010 to September 20th, 2010. And if you wish to watch it, it is currently licensed by Sentai Filmworks, and you can watch it. And you watch it on HIDIVE in the links below in both sub and a dub. So we'll leave a link in the description for you to go watch that if you so desire.
Yes.
High School of the Dead takes place in essentially present day, or at least the near future, and zombies and of course the zombie apocalypse has begun. It mainly follows a group of teenagers at a high school who are in the middle of class when the zombie apocalypse begins. So they must team up, escape the school, and find refuge and go and look for their families. So basically, it's a basic zombie apocalypse story. This time the gimmick, though, is that the main characters are not adults but teenagers. So let's start with Josh, because he was the one who picked this show out. Josh, what is your dead?
Huh?
What are your thoughts on High School of the Dead?
Well, I watched High School of the Dead way back.
Yes. I believe Discord is being stupid again. Apologies for the delay. Just give it a minute. In the meantime, our sponsors are HIDIVE. Go sign up for a free trial right now. Oh, I love it. I love it when it just doesn't. God damn it, Discord. Don't worry, it'll be in full working order again real soon. Don't worry about it. Technical difficulties and all that crap. Just give it a second. Just give it a second. Maybe a minute. Maybe a minute. Yep, that's what I thought. Yep. Give it a minute.
Mary, mother of Joseph.
Shane?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You're gonna want to
Okay,
repeat
guys.
yourself because Discord had a seizure on me.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, you're good.
Okay.
Discord
So,
literally
did you-
had a seizure. I apologize.
What did you hear from me?
Literally, all I heard was I watched this back then, and that was it.
Okay, so High School of the Dead I watched back in 2013 when I first started anime. And I loved it. Obviously, I wasn't as biased as I was now, but I still loved it. It was fun to watch. A good show to just turn your brain off and enjoy. And just, yeah. However, I can still say to date that I still hold the same feelings as I did before. Rewatching this show was just a fun thing to do. It was stupid, but I love stupid shows. It was ecchi, but I love ecchi shows. The gratuitous violence is something that I actually felt really fit in the show. Much needed.
I mean,
Are you guys still here?
it is a
You guys
zombie
are-
show, so.
Yep.
Okay, you guys are still here. You're just being, wow, you guys are being...
Yeah, we're just being
Well,
cool.
then you two-
Characters are very well developed. for a zombie show especially. You just expect it just to be like, oh, generic characters, but every character is actually pretty well developed, and they have their own specific role. And one of my favorite things that is not noticed by a lot of people is they actually got the rights to use the real weapons. They got, the Knights Armament SR-25, the Springfield M1A1, Ithaca. They got all the real weapons. And then one other thing I liked was the Shaun of the Dead reference in episode 3.
Nice. There was a Shaun of the Dead reference there.
Yep.
So Spencer, what do you think of?
So I had seen clips of High School of the Dead, in which I always confused with High School DxD. In which I also confused High School DxD with High School of the Dead. It was a long story. That gave Josh an aneurysm every time I did that. And, however, I sat down one day with Brunrick here, Josh, and we watched the first 3 episodes. And it went by like that. It was such a quick, fun watch. It also used one of my much more favorite literary terms, which is in media res, in the middle of. And in fact, the first episode pulls off in media res perfectly. I can say this is 100% popcorn anime. This is not a bad anime. However, this is not a perfect anime by any means whatsoever.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Once you exit out and you kind of lay down and you start to think about it, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. There's some serious tonal dissonance. However, I can't tell you how much fun I had for 13 episodes of this. The characters are extremely likable. The MC is one of the most down-to-earth and well-done ecchi protagonists I've ever watched. The violence is violent. The comedy, when it's there, it hits. And overall, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this. Like I said, it is perfect by no means. However, it is an extremely fun watch, and I can't recommend it enough.
Shane, what are your thoughts on High School of the Dead? As someone who doesn't really like ecchi,
yeah,
I
have stated multiple times on the podcast that not a fan of ecchi. However, in this instance, I've always said that I can tolerate ecchi if it's strewn in with some other genre, mainly action. That's why I got such a kick out of Keijo, because as much ecchi as there is in that show, it's also a badass shonen series, and I love it. I basically agree with both Josh and Spencer that this is an incredibly fun watch. While you're actually watching it, it is one of the funnest, most entertaining shows I think I've seen in a while. It just goes headfirst into absurdity with the hyper-violence and all the crazy bullshit that's happening. But at the same time, it also actually cares about its characters and takes the time to properly develop them and make them feel like actual people, which I very much appreciate. Even though I was the one who first said, when you're watching this show in the midst of it, this is like a 9, because this is like fucking dope. But once you're done watching and actually think about it for more than 2 seconds, you can see a lot of things that are wrong with it, which we'll get to later. But even with that said, I still had a lot of fun watching the show, and I'm gonna play this one sound to make an argument, and I feel like everyone here is gonna resonate with it once you actually think about it. But this is a fucking Sega game.
This is 100% a Sega game.
This is a fucking Sega game.
This is a Sega game.
Yep.
This is 100% like if they made House of the Dead like a character action game. I could see this.
I'm just going to say something, because they actually did do that. It's called Yakuza 4. There was a DLC in which Yakuza became a zombie game.
So there you go.
There's also one thing I forgot to mention. The soundtrack is fucking baller in this show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's lit.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It's an incredibly fun watch, even if it does have its fair share of issues.
yeah, this is a fun. Yeah, this show is very, very fun, and I really, really personally enjoyed it. Now, I have a very interesting history with High School of the Dead. I think I've mentioned it to Shane before.
Because this is one of the first anime you've ever watched, right?
Yeah. It was the first. It was the second anime I ever finished. The second one. First one I ever finished was at least like all the way through finished was the original Fullmetal Alchemist. And this was the second one, and at an age that I was probably way too young to have been watching this.
Absolutely,
to be honest, I was like 12 or 13-ish at the time. I think more 12, and literally, I'm gonna tell a story because it's gonna be lame as fuck. The reason why I started watching High School of the Dead is because there was a girl I liked at the time who liked High School of the Dead.
Oh, Matt.
So I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna watch High School of the Dead.
Matt, no.
Matt.
I was 12.
You're allowed to be that way because you're 12.
You don't know any better because you're 12.
And then she moved away anyway.
Fucking Christ, Matthew.
I was 12.
You don't know any better when you're that young, dude.
Yeah. You don't know any better. You don't know any better. You're just like, oh, she likes it. I'll watch it too. And then, joke's on her, I really liked it. So, at the time. So, I got, and then she moved away anyway. So, at least I had my need. High School of the Dead, like, in all seriousness, High School of the Dead, I have a ton of fun with every time I watch it. It's the perfect thing I always go back to, and just like if I want to like just enjoy something, I just go back to High School of the Dead and just like rewatch it because it's so much fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering the I'm like Shane. I'm a little bit more tolerant of Ecchi than Shane is, but at the same time, Ecchi's never really been my thing. High School of the Dead's like the one series I think though. Like I think the Ecchi works in its favor, if that makes any sense. Like this would not without the Ecchi, I don't think this show would be nearly as like
literally. Brunrit is the only man who thoroughly enjoys Ecchi. I'm not a big fan of Ecchi. Never have been. I'll watch it if I find it interesting, but I won't just see Ecchi and go, well, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
It has to be something that'll actually kind of get me interested, like Keijo.
Like Keijo.
Now, like this.
I've slowed down on watching stuff that I've seen Ecchi tag with, but, you know.
Yeah.
Even if some of the Ecchi in the show gets a little distracting at times.
It is, yeah, it does. But, like, it's... but then there was there's a lot of like my favorite aspect of this is the fucking directing in this show.
Oh yeah.
So fucking good. I don't think. Okay, we've already talked about Tetsuo Araki on the podcast before we covered Attack on Titan. And with just how good of a director he is, but I think we need to reiterate just how fucking good of a director Tetsuo Araki, because oh my god, the way he plays with like, I've always said this, Tetsuo Araki has a knack for taking the smallest shit and just basically making it like the most important thing you have ever imagined. Every action in this show is like filmed with like the idea of everything you're watching is important. Please pay attention, and that's what makes for good. That makes for good like tense directing. And there's a reason why he gets brought on for stuff like this, because his directing is kinetic, it's intense, and it's it's unbelievably fast. It's over the top in like the right ways, but it knows when to slow down and just let the characters speak for themselves. Like his direction here is nothing short of fantastic, and really him being on the show is why it's as good as it is. This is Tetsuo Araki's show without a fucking doubt, and I kind of wish that he does more, because he does a show like every like 3 or 4 years, and that's it. And it
literally,
sucks, but
this you can use like legitimate film terms, like the way he edits his shots
yeah, the way he it's fucking great.
His use of cuts, his use of quick and dramatic cuts.
Yeah.
I think I even saw a Dutch angle in there a couple points.
Oh, he loves whenever the zombies are on screen. He purposely moves purposely gives it a handheld look for a sense of unease. But it's never on the humans. It's always on the zombies. It's always when it's only when the zombies are on screen, which I really love. Just the way he directs it, the way he directs action is great. The way he just the way he everything about him. Also, little fun fact: the writer of this also wrote My Hero Academia. So
which season?
All of them. He's the main writer. His name is Daisuke Kurata. He also wrote the movie. Basically, the main writer worked on.
Well, then that explains why.
He's also working on another show. Yeah, he's a great character writer. He's also working on another show that we're going to cover this month. He's working on he was one of the two writers of Hellsing Ultimate.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Yeah, and he's also the writer of he's also one of the I believe he was also Yosuke Kurata is one of those writers who just keeps on showing up, and he's a great writer. He also let me admit that because he also worked on Mobile Suit Gundam 00. He was also the main writer on Gundam 00. He was the writer, one of the two writers for Drifters. He was one of the writers on Sword Art Gun Gale, SAO Alternative. He was the writer of Trigun.
Jesus, this man just...
So he has Jormungand. He has Excel Saga, Gungrave, Gundam Bill Fighters, Honey and Clover. He is a very, very accomplished screenwriter, and you can tell because the characters in this show are way too good for this type of show. I argue because they're all fucking great, and they have and they're all very, very well written. But before we get into that, let's talk about our favorite episodes because I think we all have a different favorite episode. Let's start with Spencer on this one. What was your favorite episode, Spencer?
Give me 1 second. High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead.
Why do you always do this?
It's an anime. I should have had this ready before, but I always forget that Matt, for some reason, comes to me first.
You can just say the episode number. We don't care about the title.
I like to, yes, but okay. Normally, whatever. However, this show actually has really good episode titles. Okay.
You know, I already have mine with like the title and everything. If you just want to.
No, I just got it up while Shane was pitching at me. Anyways, it's episode 4, Running in the Dead.
Yes. The bottle episode, the one that focuses only on Takashi and Ray, as they are in one location for the majority of the episode.
And I know already what Shane's gonna say, but isn't that the episode with 15 minutes of recap? Yes, it is.
The answer is that it doesn't have 15 minutes recap. It's not much.
Yeah, it's like.
My problem with it was that it was episode 4 and they were already recapping shit, and I'm like, do you think I'm stupid? Like,
no,
actually.
But if these were coming out weekly,
it's still also, episode 4.
Listen, it's nowhere near as bad as Wolf's Rain, where they had 4 recap episodes back to back to back to back.
That sounds like an actual nightmare.
It was. Just skip that shit.
Skip that shit. But no, Running in the Dead is my favorite episode of the series because there is a scene in which Takashi and Ray are on a motorbike and they're driving into Tokyo. At least I believe it's Tokyo. It's supposed to be Tokyo. Or some Japanese town. And there is no dialogue. It is 100% just music, a backing track, in about 45 seconds to a minute of showing Takashi and Ray riding on a bike, followed by a shot of a broken window with a car on fire. Then back to Takashi and Ray, and it's the most simplest and purest form of show don't tell. And I'm not a film guy, never have been. However, I appreciate it when anime and film do this. Because don't treat me like I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, okay? You don't need to have a character constantly speaking and talking about why this town is overrun. And, at no point did Takashi look at the car on fire and go, wow, I think that the zombies might have come from the school into the town, and some people might have been fighting them, and maybe this car caught on fire because of the zombies. Instead, the anime just takes, 3 seconds, shows you this stuff, and then you're kind of not forced, but it's like, here you go. Make your own inferences and decisions. You're not stupid. You don't need to have somebody talking about this. It also has a very, very uncomfortable scene with Ray and a guy who's trying to steal the motorcycle.
Takashi kills a man.
Takashi murders a person with a revolver, and Takashi's the best. Okay,
that guy deserved it. That guy fucking deserved it.
That man deserved it.
That guy was a prick.
That guy was a massive prick, and Takashi's just the best.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get more on that later. But episode 4, just from show don't tell to the excellent character growth with Takashi and Ray. Perfect episode.
I think we all know who Spencer's favorite character is. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. All right, Josh, what's your favorite episode of the series?
My favorite episode is episode 6, In the Dead of the Night. For multiple reasons. Yes, let's get the obvious part first out. I like the bath scene. Who didn't? Exactly. But the reason is beyond that. We get character development between Hirano and Takashi, showing that they're not just strangers, but they're people with a like-minded goal. We get the greatest one-liner of all time in the entire series from Hirano. I like turtles. And we also get to take a break from the main crew and see what's going on outside of their world. To see that people are trying to get over the bridge, and there's people starting to believe that it was the government that did this to them, and that the zombies are people too. Zombies are people too, guys.
And then there's the whole thing with the police brutality and the martial law and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the police captain who takes his own life because he doesn't want to.
I can put that too, guys. Just saying. But yes, it shows the mental stress of it all, that the police captain had to take his life because he just couldn't handle the situation. We get the boys arming up with Hirano's greatest face as well. Because, spoilers, you can probably guess who my favorite character is. But we'll get to that later. Yeah. And we also get the precursors to another great episode, episode 7. But episode 6
that's a good one.
Episode 6 was a breath of relief in the midst of a really big shit show. Just a nice, funny, sexy episode. And it's something I wanted in a show like this.
That bath scene is basically porn.
It is basic.
Have you seen High School DxD?
No, I haven't actually.
God,
you know this.
Damn it.
You know that's my reference for...
Wait, no. I just fucking looked. Guess who voices Alice?
Yeah, Brittany
Karbowski.
Brittany Karbowski. And
Did you like Alice?
I did like Alice. I didn't mind that voice.
Well, there you go, you fuck.
There you go. The trilogy of Brittany Karbowski hate has come to a close.
There we go. I love you, Brittany.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
No, I don't.
Shane, what was your favorite episode? I think I know what it is, but
I think you know too. But you might not. My favorite episode was episode 9, The Sword and Dead. For a couple.
That's a good one. favorite either, but it's very good.
For a couple different reasons. One, it focuses mainly on Saiko and Takashi, which I'm going to say this right now. I like them as a couple better than him and Ray. Putting it right out there. Fucking fight me if you want to. I don't care. Go on, any objections?
I don't know.
Oh no, I object.
No
However,
objections here.
I object. However, I'm gonna hold my tongue.
I don't know. I think Takashi and Ray are just like the set couple.
Well, mainly just because I like Saiko as a character more than Ray. Spoilers,
Yeah.
guess who my favorite is. But episode 9, I really love it because it develops the relationship between Takashi and Saiko. It develops Saiko as a person, and we get her backstory about how she had all these violent tendencies before the apocalypse started. And it's like, okay, you're kind of a psycho, but you're also a fucking badass, and I love you. And then there's some really great action scenes in the middle there, and a very tender moment near the end where Takashi embraces Saiko. I just loved everything about this
You're
episode.
deafened. You're deafened.
What happened?
He deafened himself and then he left.
Are you stupid? Are you stupid?
Deafen yourself. Click the fucking headphones.
Are you stupid?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm stupid.
Okay, because
I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what the
no, dude, fucking Shane's talking, and all I hear is just going, Shane? Matt?
Guys, hello.
guys?
Hello?
Guys.
Anyone?
I'm like, what's going on? Zombie apocalypse started. The apocalypse has started.
And I'm just like, you're deafened, and you leave and come back, and I'm like, you're still deafened. Click the fucking headphones.
All of you are fucking idiots.
How about? Oh yeah.
Anyway, episode 9's my favorite because it's got some good shit in it. Let's move on.
That's really
Thanks
good.
for ruining that for me, Josh.
Sorry. I love you.
I can
Like
stop
the
this
fucking
recording
head-
right the fuck now if we
Spoiler
want to.
alert. Spoiler alert.
I can
Josh is
turn
a
this
fucking
recording
idiot.
back home right now.
Spoiler alert. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
In this, alright, so my personal favorite episode, still, after all this time, is still the pilot episode.
Episode
one, Spring of the Dead. Tetsuo Araki is a fucking brilliant, fucking makes the best fucking pilots. I'm just gonna say that right now. His pilot episodes are always excellent. Yes, even Guilty Crown's pilot episode is excellent. It's a perfect, because one of the things he did a similar thing with Attack on Titan. What he does is he tells a self-contained story in and uses that as the pilot. Easily, the first episode of High School of the Dead could be seen as like a short film if you wanted it to.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a self-contained story about 3 people just stuck in a high school when the zombie apocalypse happens and how the fuck they deal with it. And it's so fucking well done. And not only that, it does a fantastic job just setting up to both Takashi and Ray as characters. It just it gives everything you need to know, and it also easily sets up their arcs going both of their word, and it's really and it has some of the best directing and animation of the entire series. This is just a fucking great pilot. It's a fucking fantastic episode.
In media res.
Takashi also pulls a awesome badass move where Ray says, "Then why don't you just leave?" And he
fucking
just,
leaves.
Like, okay.
Like,
And
fuck
he
you,
just
bitch.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He won't take no shit.
Like, fuck
He
you,
just
bitch. You
straight
don't
up
need me?
leaves.
Fine, I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
I'm out, bitch.
Deal with the zombies
I was like,
yourself, you
but-
cunt.
And it's great, and I just love how both fucking even despite him only being in one episode, Hisashi gets enough development that you still give a shit.
Yeah,
Like,
remember
he's only
Hisashi?
in one episode, and what?
Everyone remember Hisashi?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember how
I felt
Remember how he
emotionally
fucking
connected
died?
to how I felt emotionally connected to a character that's only in one episode.
Yeah, and gets bit, and gets bit. Like it's real. Like it's just really well done, and I really enjoyed. So Shane, who's your favorite character?
Okay, well, spoilers from earlier. If you couldn't catch up on it, my favorite character is Psycho because fuck you, fight me. She is best girl, and I won't take any of your bullshit.
I'm not going to fight you, but you are wrong.
Well, yeah,
I am going
feel
to
like
100%
you are
agree
wrong.
with Shane on this. I'm going to 100% agree with Shane on this. Psycho is the best character from high school today. It is an easy, clear. For me, it's between her and Takashi. But it's easily
Takashi?
probably Psycho because
You mean Takagi?
No, Takashi, you fuck.
Takashi.
I thought you meant like for best girl. I was like,
No, he was just talking characters in general.
Okay. I was like,
you big
Takashi's
dumb.
a woman?
Yeah, you're still.
I love
wrong,
Takagi. I love Takagi as well, but Psycho is easily.
She is the most badass. She is easily the hottest girl. And I feel like she had some of the...
I disagree with that, but okay.
Okay, that's fine. And I feel like she had some of the best development in the show. So, there you go.
She does. She does have some of the best development of the show, even if her storyline remains woefully unfinished by the end. But we'll get into that.
But motherfucking president of the Kendo Club coming to kick your ass. Step on me, please.
Yeah, and she gets an actual sword by the end, and she's like cutting people's heads
She's
off.
like a fucking samurai, dude.
Yeah, and it's dope.
She's still not the most youthful member of the team, though.
Okay, well, let's hear it, Josh. Who's your favorite character?
Josh, who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is Kota Hirano. He is the most badass character of the entire show. Because in episode 2, as soon as he gets a nail gun, you wanna know what he does? He starts fucking shit up.
He starts popping zombies left and right.
He is a hilariously funny, well-developed character who was trained by a Blackwatch member. This is Overwatch. A Blackwater member.
Blackwatch. He was trained by
Overwatch. But yeah, he was trained in America for a month to use firearms. And guess what? He's good with them.
I wouldn't say he's good with them. He's outstanding. He does not miss a shot in the entire fucking anime.
For a sec. I almost died. His personality takes an entire 180 whenever he's behind a gun. One of my favorite moments in episode 2 is when Takagi starts yelling at him and to do something. He turns his head and he's like, "Pretty please with sugar on top," and then goes back to being badass. He also is the main. I'm going to say the main one to be with Takagi.
Well, duh.
His character also has great development where he, somewhat like Psycho, finds that he's really good at killing.
He's really good at
He is really good at killing, and it is his calling, and he's happy that he finally found something he's useful at.
It just took the world ending to find it.
He's just a great character, and I love him.
Not surprisingly, the name Kota Hirano should sound familiar to you.
The writer of Hellsing and Drifters.
And in an afterword for one of the Hellsing volumes, Kota Hirano actually writes, "Okay, if you need me, I'll go killing zombies."
See you bye.
So I'm pretty sure that he knew. I'm pretty sure that him and the Daisuke Sato were probably friends.
Probably.
Yeah.
Spencer, who is your favorite character?
In case you didn't guess, my favorite character is Komada Takashi. Not only is he the single most level-headed and understanding, goal-driven person on the team, in which his goal is, we're getting out of this alive. I'm going to protect you. But he's also human, in which in episode 1, when he has to kill Hisashi, he feels terrible for it. And not just for one episode and he drops it. No, that stays with him for basically the entire anime, that he had to kill his best friend. And yeah, that scene at the end where Ray's like, "You just killed him because you were jealous," and he's like, "Okay,
Bitch,
well, see you,
please. Did Discord have a seizure again? God damn it. We'll be right back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll fix itself. Just hold on to your horses, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a fun ride. It's gonna be a fun-ass ride. We're all gonna have a great time. Spencer really likes Takashi because he's level-headed. I'm just gonna put this right now while no one else can hear me. He reminds me a lot of Shogo from Nakaimo, just because he's in this ecchi landscape where a lot of shit's happening, and he's level-headed. He's like, no, fucking, we've got something that we have to do. We're gonna fucking do it. And I like that a lot. But you'll hear from Spencer momentarily why he likes it a lot. Because Discord is I don't know if it's Discord or my internet. Something's being stupid, and I don't like it. One thing,
and he somehow has fucking the Boar's power from Juni Tyson, where he doesn't need to reload often.
Oh, yeah, they only reload like every one. So they have like infinite bullets. It seems like almost.
It's
there we fucking go. Hello, welcome
Did your
back.
Discord explode again?
Discord keeps exploding for some reason.
God damn it!
I'm actually getting pissed about this now.
Takashi belongs with Ray.
Yeah.
Fight me.
No, I'm not gonna fight you because I respect your opinion. But I actually cannot stand Ray. I cannot stand this bitch.
I find that there is one character that is worse than Ray.
Oh, okay.
Let's get into it.
Because I'm pretty sure we have all. I'm pretty sure everyone has the same one.
I think everyone has the same character. Least favorite.
Okay, ready? 3,
1,
wait,
2,
2,
wait,
Roderick?
3.
Okay.
Conrad?
He just
Alright.
he muted himself for some reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Shido!
Shido. Yeah.
Shido.
Yeah, Cheeto.
Shido.
Sorry.
Fuck this guy.
This guy's an
He
actual
is.
prick.
He is a legitimate piece of human filth.
He's like the scum of the fucking earth.
Yeah, he is. He's a cunt.
He makes his
From second
child
one.
cult followers have an
And
orgy.
he fucking does the naughty with them too. That's just nasty.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you're all underage high school students. We're in this really shitty situation that we can't get out of. Why don't you follow me? I'll protect you, but you have to fuck in front of me before I can do that. Like, fuck off, dude. I hope you get eaten.
Dude, from second
And guess what?
one.
He kind of does.
He kind of does. It's more so he just kind of like crashes and burns.
He crashes.
More
Yeah,
like
he just
Takagi's dad is just like, get the fuck out of here, you trash.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. We don't need you here. You're taking up space.
Human filth.
Yeah. Fucking Shido is an unlikable like douchebag, and I'm happy that he's been dead. So
He's a fucking cunt.
From second one, he is a cunt.
Ooh, also, I just remembered another character that's just a very minor one, but that's kind of funny. The spotter for the sniper team.
Oh, him, yeah.
Oh,
he's funny because he's like, oh, my boobs are killing me. You mind if I massage them?
Maybe if you're a better shot, you cock.
Ray had, although Ray did have that really good line when they got to Takaki's house, and Ray's like, maybe you shouldn't have used my breast as a rest for your gun.
Yeah, why? Okay, yeah, that's my question. Why the fuck? Like, her boobs would probably... Shouldn't her boobs be, like, far worse than they actually are?
Her boobs should literally be, like, torn off from the force of the gun.
Not torn off, but they'd be fucking super duper bruised.
They'd be fucked.
They'd be super... they'd be fucked and probably not be able to function properly anymore.
No, probably not.
Function properly anymore. Oh yeah, and the scene. I was gonna say, like, I love how, like, when you get to the mansion, like, one of the things that I want to that is going to other positives, but I feel like that I need to mention is every character gets a good fucking moment at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of the main cast, and I really fucking love it. I think that this show balances its ensemble really well. Like, it gives each character the same amount of development and gives them just enough to do that all of them feel relevant, and you need these characters to be around for the story to function.
Yep.
The only character I could argue that you could probably get rid of is Alice. Alice, yeah. But even then, Alice is necessary for a lot of Harano's development, and she's like that moral center that grounds the team pretty much. Especially apparently, like when the show ends, past that point, Alice becomes a major important like element of the manga. So she needs to exist.
In the manga, especially Harano and Takagi become very protective of her.
Mm-hmm. Shane, anything else you want to mention for positives?
Positives, let's talk about the fucking animation, because boy. Good goddamn.
This is a great looking show.
Yeah. Of course, it's fucking peak Madhouse. Of course it's gonna look stellar.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk, sound design is very well done.
Oh yeah, that too, yeah.
The gunshots have a nice punch to them.
Yeah, they do. So
that's it.
It's
no. Yeah. So let's talk about the EDs for a second. EDOP.
Oh yeah, there's a different ED every episode, and they're all pretty good. I really like all of them, and the OP is also fucking.
OP's a fucking.
The OP slaps. The OP slaps. I love this OP.
It's a pretty lit OP.
It is a perfect. It is a perfect song for a show like this.
It is perfect song. It's both. It's badass. It's got a tinge of melancholy in there. It fucking slams. There's a tinge of melancholy in there. Like it just fucking slams.
Any other positives?
I think we said all of them.
Everything technical with the show is like top tier. Like this is just a top tier show from a technical perspective. Thanks to Tetsuo Araki. I think everyone can agree with me that I think Tetsuo Araki is in the top 10 greatest anime directors.
Oh yeah. Attack on Titan alone like puts him up there.
Mm-hmm.
Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, for Attack, is he doing season 3 as well, or is it different for people?
No, he is still involved in producing and chief director capacity. So, not gonna lie, I see a little bit more of him in season 3 than in season 2.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
It's still not him, because you can tell that the director for season 2 is directing it, because when it goes horror, but whenever Kenny's on screen, I feel like that stuff's Tetsuo, because I'm like, okay, that feels like season 1 Attack on Titan. So, any negatives you guys want to bring up? I'm going to start with Shane, because I know he's got a big one that he wants to say. Let's go. Let's do Shane's right off the bat.
Which one? Because I could talk about the tonal dissonance. I could talk about the distracting ecchi. I could talk about.
I was going to talk about the tonal dissonance.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The tone dissonance is pretty.
So
this show doesn't know what it wants to be half the time.
Yeah, I've mentioned this actually. I think I've mentioned this more on the G.A.P than I do in general life. Mm-hmm. Is the phrase tonal dissonance, because this is an ecchi, and when it's an ecchi, it's like played for super serious laughs and jokes. It's a comedy, and there is some very good comedy. However, you can't have an episode go from like this super serious character drama about like the group having to deal with the fucking outbreak and all this shit to an episode that starts with the majority of the scene being, look at this, girls playing with boobs in the bath. Isn't this funny,
Oh, it's so
guys?
funny.
Yeah.
And through
It's very
the
distracting.
first half of this show, like honestly, once you get to episode 6, it switches. And it becomes like bogged down, I would say, in some aspects, by its ecchi genre. The ecchi's still there, and the comedy's still good, but nothing can beat the first half of this series being this very grounded, good-humored, but not overly ecchi inspired horror.
When you're in the high school, this show is near. I'm just gonna say it right now. When you're in the high school, in the first 3 episodes, this show's near perfect.
Yeah.
It's near perfect. It's near flawless. I cannot think of any. It's just that when they leave the high school, suddenly the show loses a lot of steam. It just grinds to a fucking halt, and it really aggravating to me that a show can do that. I hate it when shows do that. Like they leave their initial setting and then suddenly they just grind to a lot of zombie stuff does this. I hated like Walking Dead did this too, and that's why I stopped watching it. Whenever a zombie media leaves its initial place, it loses a lot of steam, and I don't know why. I just don't get it. It's just something that it happens for a lot of zombies. It has no ending.
Yes, it has no ending.
And it will never have an ending.
Literally 0 ending, and will never have one because the author unfortunately passed away while he was writing it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he passed away in 20. I want to say 2015, 2016. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, good God rest his soul.
Yeah, it sucks that he passed away. The artist has said that.
Man, Discord, what are you doing, buddy? Like, get out of here. Discord's being a poopy bitch. I'll just relaunch it because, you know, that's probably easier than just waiting for it to try and go through again. I apologize for this. I don't know if it's Discord itself or my internet that's being stupid. I don't want to blame my internet because I don't have any issues. I don't have any issues connecting to anything else right now, so I don't want to blame my internet. I think it's just Discord being fucking stupid. Yeah, it's Discord. Because apparently it's trying to update, and the update failed. With that said, though, I will take this silent time to talk about our sponsors. Hold on, let me just... Where's the paper? Okay, here we go. Today's episode is sponsored by HentaiHaven.com, which high school dead...
So in this case, what?
Hi, everyone.
Alright.
Hi, everyone. I'm pretty
so
sure
I
that Discord.
So I found the problem with the Discord thing.
What?
Discord was trying to update, but the update wouldn't go through. So it literally just stopped working.
Discord management, if you're watching this.
Yeah, Discord
your service sucks dick.
Yeah, your fucking stupid app sucks cock. Fix it. Anyway, go back to what you were saying. What were we talking about?
Talking about
whether or not the story will actually be finished.
I don't think so. Honestly, at this point, I feel like if the artist was going to go ahead and finish it himself, he would have done it by now. So I feel like it's gotten past the point of no return.
No, because the artist, like we said, was the writer's brother. So
I don't know, man. At this point, I don't see it happening. At least not anytime soon. So
yeah. If anything, if it's going to be finished, it's going to be like a single volume to wrap up. From what I understand, the manga was pretty close to being done.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Yeah, and then he died because he had cancer, and that's why he wasn't writing it, because he had cancer. So it's just something. It's a shitty situation that you can't really do much about in this case.
Yeah.
But it's still God rest his soul. And
Indeed.
yeah, but this is a but that still doesn't excuse the fact that the show itself has no ending.
No, it literally zero ending.
It stops. It just stops. It has kind of a climax. It kind of has a climax. It wraps up the arc.
I think they planned on doing it next season.
Yeah, they did, obviously, because the show did fucking gangbusters. The show fucking did gangbusters in Japan.
No,
it was a big hit.
Actually, if you watch the OVA at the end, Alice teases, find out what happens to the group in the second season coming soon, and then that just never happened.
It never
happened because the author passed. So here's the thing. I would not be surprised if in the future we get another season of this, maybe like years and years down the line.
I mean,
or at least but either if it's farther enough down the line, they might just read this thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not a good idea was to have your sequel bait at the end of literal softcore pornography.
At the end of literal trash. Because that OVA is not good.
That OVA was one of the worst OVAs I've ever seen.
It's almost because and Shane, you didn't want Shane. Let me go. I don't know why I'm going back to this show, but you only watched the main 10 episodes of Ecchi 10.
There was an OVA.
There was an OVA which was actually pretty decent. I actually enjoyed it more than the show because it went super meta characters like going into the real world to like wipe out their own manga.
Oh god.
And it's and I'm like, you know what? It's not too bad. But the one thing I want to talk about is that they have special, like it's very similar to Gifted is Dead. They have specials on the these 5-minute specials, and they're literally porn.
Awesome.
Like literal porn.
Amazing.
And I watched all of them, and I honestly regret every single second I did do that.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, because I didn't know what they were, so I was like, I don't watch them because I'm like, I'm a completionist. I'm like, might as well. And I was like, I didn't know what they were, so I watched all of them. I'm like,
yeah. See, for me, ironically, the anime where the specials are better than the base show is Angel Beats.
Accurate. Let's go and talk about. Let's go and High School of the Dead. Is there anything else we want to bring up in terms of problems?
I mean, I could do my rant about Ray if you so desire to hear it.
But yeah. I mean, your rant about Ray is less of a problem with the show and more of just you just don't like the character.
I just don't like her.
And
that's not really.
Yeah, it's less of a problem with the show. And here's the thing: the show did its job because you're not really supposed to like Ray. I'd argue you're not supposed to like anyone from the cast.
You're not. Everybody in the cast has
Takagi is a bitch. Ray is a pampered, pretty girl. Psycho's a maniac. So is Hirano. Takashi's the only one that has.
Takashi's the closest thing, and even then, if it like the manga later goes into how he's become like kind of mentally broken from all the shit that's been happening over the past couple of days. Because remember, the entire manga takes place over the course of this entire thing takes over of like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually like fucking like you watch it, you're like okay. And that would fuck anyone up.
Yeah.
So
there is no one alive that would survive.
Here's the thing, a lot of the crazy things and like actions that people take, I'm like, what do you do? Like, you're being a bitch here. I don't hate them because I feel like that, like, what the fuck are you supposed to do in something like this? Like, what? Like, it's like one of those things where like a lot of actions can be like just chalked up to stress or trauma or just like fucking like depression. It's a lot of it is and by the end of the show, most of the cast is like, they're slowly starting to deal with it in their own weird way. Like Sairano learned to fucking just kill zombies as a way to like satisfy their crazy malicious tendencies.
Hirono does it more to release his stress from when he was bullied all the time in high school.
Yeah. Psycho's just insane.
Psycho's just
Hirano is the kind. No, Hirano is the kind of man who would text somebody, "Don't come to school tomorrow."
Because I've got a gun.
Oof. Fucking Ray Ray stopped basically by the end of the series. Ray stops being so pampered and fucking actually finally confronts Shido on his shit, on his bullshit, in a fucking fantastic.
I'll give her
scene,
that. That was a great scene.
That's when Ray was like, that's when Ray turned from like to like, okay, Ray, you're pretty fucking dope. I that was fucking awesome. Fucking all of them deal with their shit by the only character who really gets like full resolution to their arcs, I argue, is probably Takagi.
Yeah, because there's a thing that happens with the family.
Family.
Which, hey, this whole thing is about them trying to find their families in the zombie apocalypse. We only find one of their families.
I'm pretty sure they're all dead.
Yeah, they're probably all dead.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I think we're pretty much done. Time for scores?
Time for scores, I think.
Alright. Let's go for scores.
Okay.
Let's start with Josh's score, because he was the one who picked this out. So, Josh, what do you give High School?
I give High School of the Dead 8 Hiranos out of 10.
8 Hiranos
8
out of 10
large
Hiranos.
rifles out of 10.
Yep.
Yeah. 8 bullets.
8 I like turtles out of 10.
Mm-hmm. 8. Alright, 8's a good score. Spencer, what do you give High School of the Dead?
I give High School of the Dead 8 Takashis out of 10.
Excellent. There's 2 8s. Alright. Shane, what do you give High School of the Dead?
I give High School of the Dead 7 psychos hitting me with a kendo stick out of 10.
Please hit me, Mom.
Please step on me.
And Matt,
Please. Yeah.
what do you give
me?
this High School of the Dead?
I was debating between 2 scores for this, because honestly, for me, it could go either way. But as it stands, mainly due to the fact that it's just not fucking done. If it ever gets another season, the score, quote me on this, if it gets another season, or if it ever does actually finish, High School of the Dead score will go up, like permanently. But as it stands, High School of the Dead is a 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you at home,
But that with the asterisks of if it ever does continue, it will go up to an 8.
that gives High
'cause
School of the Dead an average
of
gap score
7.5.
of 7.5.
7.5. Clean
Pretty good.
7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Josh's show receives a 7.5, probably the lowest of them all, though.
Yeah, well, probably.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on.
I mean, like, here's the thing: the fact that the lowest is still pretty fucking
7.5
good.
isn't bad.
Yeah, that's
No.
still good.
This
Like,
show
that's
is
still good.
like I said at the beginning. This show is fucking dope when you're watching it because it's just it's such a fun ride. It just has too many faults to really warrant a higher
Here's the
score.
thing. Compared to the other
But
three,
it's-
this show is...
Well, you're
Yeah.
also. This is also this and you can argue Helsing are the only shows that are supposed to be taken as a comedy first.
I wouldn't say Hellsing. Hellsing takes itself
No.
more serious. No, rewatch Hellsing Ultimate. Speaking of featured anime of the podcast, next week is Spencer's pick, which was Hellsing
Ultimate.
Hellsing Ultimate. And if you just got to let you know, make sure to rewatch Hellsing Ultimate because it actually takes itself a lot more seriously than you probably remember it.
Yeah, dude.
It does actually take itself a lot more seriously.
It is not
The
a
last
comedy
time
first.
The last time I watched it was when you put it on the list, the first anime list.
Yeah, I think the reason why people keep remembering it funny is because Hellsing Ultimate Abridged exists.
Abridged, yeah.
Yes.
The abridged exists. And it's like it's all like the quotes I can think of. I'm like, oh wait,
That's abridged.
Yeah,
Well-
and then you remember that, and then you see 14 4-star, and they're talking about, and they have health, and they have like Dragon Ball Z Abridged and Health
So,
Z Abridged. I mean, like, yeah, it's very funny, but it still tries to it still has moments of seriousness. And then you see Hellsing Ultimate, and they're just like, nah, fuck it, just joke.
I think wraps up the podcast.
I think that does. We're pretty much done here. I'm your host, Matt, aka Legion Rex. You can find me on you in the links below. With me, I have my co-host Shane, aka the Bearded One. You can also find him on YouTube. He recently just did an update video explaining what the hell is going on with his channel. He recently rebranded, so so go check that out and have fun. Go check that out. He has he's got some really exciting content coming. I'm not going to say what it is out of fear of an NDA, but also he made me sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, if Matt literally says anything about the video coming out soon, then he will literally die by my hands.
It's true.
And
Yes,
the last thing he will hear before he dies is, "See you later, everyone."
But yeah, you can
just
find
have a
him
Sega
on
button?
YouTube.
Yeah, I do actually.
We also have our guests Spencer and Josh, who are pretty much not guests anymore, but other hosts. So,
Finally, Josh, we've gotten the respect we so well deserve.
Yeah, they're basically co-hosts at this point, so
yeah, pretty much.
say bye, boys.
So with us, we say bye to all the
Goodbye.
good people listening.
To the people listening.
I don't know if Josh is near his mic to say bye right now.
Yes,
Once
I am. Good.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
There he is.
Goodbye.
All right,
All
we
right,
will
bye.
see
Yeah,
you
see
guys.
you later.
We will see everyone next week for Helsing.
Yeah, and everyone have fun, and don't get bit by a zombie.
Don't get eaten by a zombie. That's bad.
Or do, and become an idol.
True.
Just
Just
no zombies.
no zombies.